Hey guys, so we're going to jump right in. My base and eyebrows are already done. I'm going to use my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer for an eyeshadow base today. I'm placing that all over my lids just to take away the discoloration, as well as my LA Pro Concealer just to add a little bit more coverage there and brighten it up a bit. I'm going to take my Anastasia little brush and just blend out that concealer. This is just going to make a great base for our eyeshadows and make them pop a little bit more, as well as hide any discoloration on our eyes. Now I'm going to take my Laura Mercier powder mixed with my Graftobian banana cream pie powder. I'm going to place that all over my lids to set the concealer, because it can be a little bit sticky at times when you're blending out your eyeshadow. Now I'm going in with Sienna, and I'm taking that same Anastasia blending brush and I'm placing that right below my brow bone. This is going to be a nice warm transition color that we're going to use today, since we're going for a nice fall eye. Now we're going in with Anastasia's Fudge eyeshadow. Using that same brush, I'm going to pack that on the outer portion of my eye, and I'm just going to also bring that into the inner crease as well, just to add a little bit of depth to the eyeshadow. And I'm just using back and forth motions to blend that into my crease area. And I'm going to repeat those steps on the other eye, just going in the outer V and blending it out. Now I'm taking a eyeshadow by the brand Nabella, and it's called Fahrenheit, and I'm using a blending brush to apply that right above the brown shadow that we just placed down. I wanted my eyes to be a little bit more warm, so I applied that and went in and blended it out with my Anastasia brush. Next, we're going to go in with this cream shadow from Nabella Cosmetics. It's called Supreme, and I'm going to apply that all over my lid. This is going to serve as a nice eyeshadow base for our lid colors. So this is just going to make our lid colors pop a little bit more and just bring a nice pop of color for the lid. And I'm just placing that all over the lid. Now this cream eyeshadow was a little bit hard to apply. I think it would be a little bit easier to apply if I wet my brush. But other than that, it was a really great eyeshadow base. And oh, this clip was too cute not to put in, so everybody say hi, Ling Ling. She wanted to make a quick cameo. But anyway, we're gonna jump right back into the tutorial. I'm gonna use this eyeshadow color called Legend from Makeup Geek, and I'm gonna apply that gold shadow in the inner corner of my eyelid. And this is just gonna be a nice gold color just to pop the eyelid shade. I don't even know what I'm saying, but it's just really pretty. So I applied it to the inner portion of my eyelid. Now I'm going to take my Morphe palette. I'm going to use that color there, and I'm going to place that in the center of my lid using patting motions, just kind of blending it out as I go. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye, just patting in that color. Next, I'm going to take the color Curtain Call by Makeup Geek, and I'm going to put that in the outer portion of my eye, not covering up the brown shadow that we put on the outer V, but just kind of packing it right next to that color we just put down. Now I'm going in with this darker eyeshadow. It's not black, but it's more of a brownish black, and I'm just going to put this on the outer portion of my eye, almost creating a liner on the outer portion of my eye, almost like a wing, and then bringing it in towards the crease area, just blending it out. I didn't want this look to be super dark, so I had to add some type of depth to the outer V, but I didn't want it to be super black, so I'm just placing that on the outer V of the eye and just blending it out using my brushes that I've been using, and just making sure that there are no harsh lines, going in, blending it out. Seriously, eyeshadow takes the longest, especially if you don't know what you're doing when you're filming. So now I'm going in and doing my wing liner. Now wing liner is hard, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard, but once you master it, you got it. So I'm using my Inglot gel liner, and I'm just placing that on my eyelid. I have a full winged liner tutorial. I will put that right above my head so you guys can check it out, as well as if you want to know how I did my base and my eyebrows, I have tutorials on all of that. Just make sure you check the description box, and all the videos will be listed there, as well as some coupon codes for you guys. I know a lot of you guys don't look at the description box, but it has a ton of information in it, so check out the description box if you have any questions, or leave a comment or a question down below. I would love to talk to you guys in chat and answer any of your questions that you may have. So I'm just lightly making small strokes and creating my wing liner. I'm also going to take my NYC liquid liner that they no longer sell at Walmart, that I'm actually highly upset about, that I have to actually search for online, and I'm going to place that on top of the liner that I just put down. It just makes it a lot darker. Now I'm taking my Better Than Sex mascara. I'm placing that on my lashes before I apply my falsies. This just helps my lashes to blend with the falsies a lot better. And I'm just going to apply, I think these are Bold Face Makeup eyelashes. They're really pretty. And I'm going to apply them to my lash line with my eyelash tool. And I saw that my eyeshadow needed to be blended a little bit more. And I'm going to take a pinched blending brush that I've been using throughout this tutorial and blend out the colors, like the crease colors. Now I'm going to go in and clean up the liner on the outer portion with my NARS concealer. And I'm just going to take a flat eyeshadow brush and kind of shape out the eyeliner before I go in with my concealer to highlight, so I don't mess it up with the Beauty Blender. Just to highlight underneath the eye as well as cover any darkness that is underneath the eye naturally, I'm going to take my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer and put that underneath my eye area. This is just going to make our makeup look a little bit more bright and kind of, I don't know, this is like my favorite part of doing makeup, doing my concealer. I'm a concealer fanatic. So I just place a lot of concealer underneath my eyes. I take the NARS one first, and then I'm going in with the LA Pro concealer, placing that on top just for a little bit more full coverage. And I'm just placing that there, using my NARS concealer to go in the center of my face. I did it on my chin as well. And I'm taking my, I think this is the LA Girl sponge, and then I switched to a Beauty Blender just because I'm so used to the actual Beauty Blender. And I'm going to pack the concealer underneath my eyes, just gently tapping the concealer in to make it mesh in with the skin and everything, and just really blend it out. So I personally don't know how I would do my makeup without using a Beauty Blender. If you don't use a Beauty Blender, leave me a comment down below and tell me why. Like, do you not like it? And if you do already use a Beauty Blender, I know you love it. So now I'm gonna go in and set my concealer. I'm going to use the powder that we used earlier, and I'm just gonna place that all everywhere basically that I placed concealer, and this is just gonna help set our makeup in place. Now I'm just using a damp beauty blender, the same one that I used, and I'm gonna bake. Today I wanted my makeup to last all day, and I just needed it not to crease up underneath my eye, so I just baked for a little bit. Now I'm taking my Bobbi Brown concealer and my MAC angled like fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna bronze up my face a little bit. Anytime I contour, I usually go in and bronze first because it puts down like a transition color before my contour. Just to make my under eyes look a little bit more smooth, I'm going to place my MSF by MAC underneath the eye. This is a product that I tell everyone to get because it's bomb.com. Now I'm just going to contour my nose with my, or bronze up my nose with my Bobbi Brown bronzer really quickly. I don't do much to my nose. Then I'm going in with my Anastasia contour kit, and I'm using the darkest shade I think in there, and I'm just going to place that on top of the bronzer that I just placed down. Now I'm just going to cut that cheek, and I'm going to make it a little bit more sharp. So this just really enhances your contour a little bit. I'm just going to use my Beauty Blender and place some of that translucent powder right underneath the contour, making sure that it's even on both sides. Now I'm going in with my favorite eyeliner. This is the Rimmel eyeliner, and I'm just going to place that in my waterline to make my eyes look a little bit more defined. I just gently hold down my eye and place the eyeliner right in that waterline. Now I'm going to take the color Sienna that we used earlier as our transition shade, and I'm going to warm up the bottom of the lash line. I'm taking that same fluffy brush that we used earlier by Sigma, and I'm just placing some of that eyeshadow really messily on the bottom of my lash line. This is just going to create some more color on the bottom of our lash line, as well as just make our eyes pop a lot more. I love adding shadow to the bottom of my lash line. It just makes your eyeshadow come together. I'm adding fudge to the outer portion of my bottom lash line as well with that same brush, and I'm going in with Fahrenheit. I'm using all the same colors that I used on the top of my eye, and I'm just using that fluffy brush and really smoking it out on the bottom portion of my eye. Now I'm going to take some of my Better Than Sex mascara and place that on the bottom of my lashes. Well, placing them on the bottom lashes. Placing the mascara on the bottom lashes. I just couldn't get that right. So yeah. And now I'm going in with my Nabella blush, and I'm going to place that on the apples of my cheeks with a furless fluffy brush. And now we have to sweep away that powder that we put down. I'm going to use a little bit of my MSF to sweep away that powder so that it doesn't look so bright underneath my contour. Now I'm going in with my favorite highlighter right now. This is Blind the Haters by Ofra, and I'm putting this in the inner corner of my eyes. I'm also going to highlight with this with a fan brush on the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and the not the apples of my cheeks, but the high points of my face. So like my cheekbones, all of that. We're trying to make that pop. And that glow though, that highlight is fire, like fire. I love it. It's like my favorite right now. So I've been doing my highlight a little bit differently, just putting it under my brow as well as like kind of curving it onto my cheekbone. But this highlight is so bomb. If you love a bright highlight and you want it to complement your deeper skin tone, please try this. So I'm going to spray my face with the Mario Badescu spray, and I'm going to go in with my lip product. This is a MAC lip liner, and I'm going to place that on the outer perimeter of my lips, and I'm going for more of a nude lip today. I had to spray some of my Tatcha spray just to make my face look a little bit more dewy, because that Mario Badescu spray just wasn't doing enough for me. But I'm just going back in and doing my lip liner. I'm going to take this MAC lipstick. I believe this is the color Sin, and I'm going to place that all over my lips. This color is so pretty. I've never worn this before, but it's so pretty. It's like the perfect fall lipstick, and I'm just placing that all over my lips. And that's the end of the tutorial, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. Do not forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next one.